Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and we have another comic book haul. Yes, I've been back to my local comic book store over the weekend, just gone, and decided to root through some more long boxes to find some more goodies to add to the collection. After spending probably about an hour and a half, I came away with some fun stuff, some bits that obviously filling in gaps, and a very special, exciting thing that I picked up for a relatively good price, given its condition, but still very excited to have it. I'll show that right at the end. It'll be worth the wait. But let's have a look at the stuff that I did get out of the long boxes. This was the only FF related item I managed to pick up this week. It was Fantastic Four issue number 2 from the 2014 run from James Robinson. This is all part of the Fall of the Fantastic Four storyline, but really good fun FF stuff. But that's all there was for the FFs this week. New Avengers, the run that came just before Secret Wars that I'm trying to fill in the gaps of, this kind of ongoing story that Hickman had been doing for a number of years through a number of titles. This is issue 24 and issue number 25. Then again, filling in some more gaps in my Inhuman by Charles Soule. This is issue 6. Some great Stegman art inside. Issue number 10 with a Spidey cameo going through there. Part of the Axis storyline, which I don't think I was getting much in the way of Marvel then. So wasn't really... didn't really understand what was going on, apart from when it kind of fell into titles that I may or may not have been picking up at the time. This was the last issue I needed of this particular volume of Moon Knight, issue number 7. Brian Wood writing this part of the storyline. I think it was the first 6 issues. Warren Ellis picked up the Moon Knight mantle and played with Mark Spector's Playground of a Mind, but Greg Smallwood and Jordi Belair are not there. But that finishes that volume off now, so I was very happy to find that and pick it up. An odd issue of the 3rd volume of Silver Surfer that I'm trying to complete, which brings me ever closer. Issue 121. Love me some Silver Surfer when he's out there in space doing spacey type things. And then I found a number of the Secret Wars Battle World tie-ins. I am trying to collect the whole series of this, and got a nice little batch from the long boxes that I was going through. Thor's issue number 1 finishes that mini-series off for me, written by Jason Aaron. I didn't have any of these Spider-Verse. This is issue 1. As you can see from the cover, a variety of iterations of Spidey on there. And also found issue number 3. The one-shot Secret Wars Secret Love. Don't know a great deal about this, but I'm excited to have it. I think it's done in that kind of 60s romance way, and just from the cover you can see the way it's been coloured. It certainly has that vibe to it. Issue number 5 of Future Imperfect, the Hulk-inspired storyline from Peter David. I think I have one more issue of that to finish that mini off, but we'll find it. We'll find it. This was one of the ones that I'd never seen before, and I was lucky enough to get the whole series. It's Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos. Clearly, I'm more interested in the Howling Commandos part of it than this Mrs. Deadpool shenanigans. We got Swamp Thing, all the kind of movie monsters, Frankenstein, the Mummy, there's Werewolf there. Not quite sure who that is, but I'm sure I'll find out as I go along. Duggan writing this one, so should be quite fun. Issue number 2, number 3, and number 4, and of course anything with Deadpool in the title, he's got to make an appearance somewhere, even if he looks quite the ghostly figure there. I'm sure that'll be explained to me once I get round to reading this one. The Punisher War Journal, issue number 50. It felt like a thicker issue, and probably is, because it's anniversary issue 50. Whenever I see any Punisher titles, I always pick them up when they're at a good price, and so I was happy to find that odd one there. And that was it for the Marvel. Some kind of odds and ends from different places now. Issue 4 of the America's Best Comics Tom Strong line, written by Alan Moore, Chris Sprouse, art with there by Arthur Adams, so that's going to be great. But love this series. The likes of Howler Mouse, Tim turned me on to this, and I've never looked back. Gradually chipping away at that series, and not many more of those to go. Difficult to find. I keep finding the same ones that I've already got, which is a bit of a tough deal, but as I said, with all these I will eventually find them all. I love some Steve Niles, and I've been collecting these as and when I find them. The October faction at IDW, as you can tell from the cover, it's a very dark, supernatural type comic book. I'd prefer it if there was some Niles artwork inside, but Damien Worm really does some good stuff on this book. I really like this. Again, another series. I'm trying to collect the first 150 issues, because it was with issue 150 that I stopped getting Spawn, but I still had a number of gaps between 1 and 150, and again, it's one of those series that I keep finding the same issues that I always have and already have, so it's good when I finally find some issues that I don't have, and they're going really cheaply. So we've got a bit of Savage Dragon thrown in here for Spawn, issue number 52. I don't know if that's just for the cover or he's actually inside there. It'd be good to look forward to finding out if that's the truth. Issue number 54 and issue number 60. Great Capullo and McFarlane covers on these. On to some DC and related DC imprints. Vertigo's Sandman Mystery Theatre Annual. I did not know this existed, but glad to come across it within the long boxes. Matt Wagner and Steve Siegel doing writing, and a number of artists throughout. Gilgamesh 2. And now I have volume 2 of this, Jim Starlin kind of sci-fi title. I still haven't read issue 2 because I kind of want to read these all in order. So I found now number 4. I just have to find number 1 and number 3. Not so long ago, I got a very big run of this. Kurt Busiek and Mark Bagley. Trinity storyline. It was fantastic. I lapped this up. I don't know if anyone else was reading this at the time, kind of back in the mid to late 2000s, but this was good stuff. And I managed to pick up some issues that I don't have. It mostly comes from the beginning of the run. I've got pretty much everything towards the end, probably about the last 30 or so issues. So it was good to have to find some more of these. So I found issue 13, issue number 14, number 15, and number 16. Great Wonder Woman cover there. And then finally a brief run for the Superman Batman title. I think I've already said this probably countless times, but I'm not a great Superman fan. I've never collected like an ongoing series which is primarily just Superman, apart from the maxi series that Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly did with All-Star Superman, which is a great piece of work. But for some reason, when he's with Batman, it makes it more palatable in a way. And I really dig this title. I did used to collect it, stopped, and now I'm just trying to fill in all the gaps of the issues that I don't have to complete this particular run. So we've got issue 37, issue number 40, 43, Dr. Light on there. Issue number 44, issue number 45 with an Aquaman appearance, and issue number 50, the big 50th issue. So they'll be really fun to read once I get round to that. Now there is a extra special comic book, and I might have to mess around a bit with the camera here so you hopefully get the full glory of a Marvel Treasury edition of Conan the Barbarian, and this huge 100-page collector's special. I did get it for a nice price, despite the fact that the actual cover is detached from the actual book. I'm sure I'm not going to, but because I'm just too scared to. But the way that it's come off, obviously the glue that was already holding it in has disintegrated, and the cover's come away. But it is all in one piece, so you know, you could glue it back, but I'm not going to because I'm too scared. But it's great reprints of Roy Thomas and Barry Smith's art on there as well. Just great classic Marvel Conan the Barbarian stuff. Love this. The fact that it's huge. It's in okay condition, and like I said, I paid an okay price that I was prepared to pay for this. And that is my haul for this week. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to go again or anywhere really, but I'm sure some comic book shops will come my way in the coming weeks and months. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.